Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Huddle. We want to start out this week's segment by talking about some milestones in high school basketball, especially the high-scoring run set by J.J. Kakura of Alliance.
Right, Ruth. Last Friday night, the Aviators traveled over to West Branch, and they posted a 72-57 win over the Warriors. And during that game, Alliance's J.J. Kakura became the all-time leading scorer in Alliance high school history. And you think of the rich history of Alliance basketball. I mean, that's phenomenal. He had 31 points in that game. He now has 1,351 points and surpassed Chester Harper, who's one of the greatest players in Alliance history as well. So that's quite an accomplishment for the Aviators.
They got another high scorer, though, on their team. That would be Parrish Martin. We just learned that he is very close to reaching the 1,000-mark point as well.
That's right. Friday night, Alliance will host the Salem Quakers in Harry Fales Gym. And Parrish Martin only needs 9 points to reach 1,000 points. So 2 weeks in a row, Alliance has a chance. Obviously, the one thing's already happened. The other event could happen Friday night. Two momentous events within 1 week span. So that's great for the Aviators.
Yep. In the Porter Trail Conference, Waterloo beat Rootstown. Then back to the NBC, Sebring boys beat Jackson Milton during their homecoming game.
Right, yeah. Sebring rolled in that game, 67-36, and had some pretty balanced scoring in that game. And that's a team that's getting better. They've got it's a new coach this year. Josh Scott is the coach at Sebring, and I think they're slowly coming around, learning his system. They're playing better basketball. They're playing good team basketball. I saw them in their win at United Local about a week and a half ago, and they played very well in that game. So I think things are starting to roll for the Trojans there.
Also in the NBC, Marling took a win over Minerva, and they really utilized their height, I think, in that game, and also just really worked that ball inside.
Right. Thomas Mason had a big game in that game. He had 24 points. Marlington won that game 50-39 over the Lions. And Marlington's a team, they're in second place in the league behind Alliance right now, and that's going to be a quality team come the postseason.
This week was a little bit hairy because of the weather. We had a lot of postponements, a lot of cancellations, especially for the boys. But the girls still did play some games. We had West Branch hit the road, and they took on
Marlington on Monday night. That was a makeup game from last Saturday, and West Branch won that game rather easily over Marlington. But during that game, Melinda Trimmer, the standout point guard for West Branch, equaled their all-time assist record, which is 478 assists, and that was held by Ashley Armstrong, who was on their state title team back in 2004. So, and she has a chance, obviously, to break that record on Wednesday night. West Branch plays again on Wednesday night. She has a chance to break that record probably in the first minute of the game.
Sebring girls, they traveled to Lowellville. They pulled out a close win on Tuesday, and Kelsey Settle, who was just named homecoming queen, she had a high-scoring game for them as well. Yeah,
she had 22 points, and again, they had Kelsey Settle was kind of like the dynamo for them, but I think they got good balanced scoring in that game. I think Sydney Smith had a key layup late in the game because Sebring was trailing most of that game. I think they took their first lead with like less than 2 minutes to go. And then Sydney Smith had a key layup, and then I think Sebring had a steal and got fouled on the steal, got 2 more free throws, and that secured the win. So that was a good win for Sebring.
Free throws, those are key.
Oh, yeah, they certainly are.
All right, do we have any scheduled up for this weekend?
Right, we've got a full schedule going this weekend because of all the postponements this past weekend on the girls' side. We've got, on Saturday, we're going to have Salem at West Branch. Louisville goes to Alliance, an NBC game. And Canton South is at Marlington in another NBC game. And then on Friday night in boys action, Ruth, we've got that area showdown. We've got Marlington going to West Branch. And that's something where Marlington's going to keep looking to keep it rolling. West Branch is just looking to find some late season momentum. They've struggled a little bit as far as the wins this year. And then as we talked about Friday night, Alliance will host the Salem Quakers in a contest there. And also on Friday night, the McDonald Blue Devils will visit the Sebring Trojans in an Inter-Tri-County League game on Friday night. And then, on top of that, Ruth, we've got makeup games on Saturday night. The Alliance Aviators will go to Canton South for a makeup game. That's an NBC game. And the West Branch Warriors will host the Louisville Leopards in a makeup game on Saturday as well. So we're going to have a busy weekend this week because we didn't have too many games early in the week. We've got a lot of games back-ended this week.
Right. A full slate. You can read about it all in the review online at www.the-review.com and also follow us on Twitter at AllRevSports. We'll see you next week.